is not split away from the rest of the party, which is everybody but Pito, has decided to attend the party on the waterfront. So at the party, they've discovered something a little ritualistic going on. Everybody's pretty excited. They see probably 500 to 800 people here, and they're almost all exclusively elven and half elven. There's a couple of halflings around and one gnome that you've seen, but generally mostly elven and half elven. So I'm just adjusting the screen thing. And and there are along the waterfront here. I'll switch. I'll try to switch. Hold on. There we go. On the waterfront here, there are 7 pyres that people have been walking down since you got to town, bringing sticks and stuff and piling them on. And there's clearly a spot for somebody to stand in the middle of each. Some people in what look like shorn fur robes that are shorn, like thin, like velvet, that wrap around their whole body like a cloak almost more than a robe, just like a single garment, have walked out to 5 of those fires with an acolyte or somebody looking religious, like they're in religious dress, behind them, with a torch, and in their hand is what appears to be a small skull. So, yeah, and these 2 spots are empty. So, Drew, you were up to something with strangers? I can't remember.
I don't recall at all what I was doing.
I think you might have done it already. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. So,
there was one guy who was working the crowd, and I just made sure that we saw each other and stayed away from each other.
Mm-hmm. So, all the people around you are reasonably well dressed. Even the travelers' clothes are fairly high end, and they all. You feel like you see a lot of indications of sort of power or confidence around, and not that kind of like, floppy noble confidence, but people that have done things and been places and seen things. And the excitement's building around. Everybody in the place has at some point looked at Spalding and Frankfurt and Kelp. Some smile knowingly and smugly. Others pretend they're not looking, but Jeru can spot them. And it's obvious. I mean, there's only like 10 people here who aren't human or half elf or elven possibly.
Oh, there are others than us?
Yeah, there's a few halflings and one gnome.
Okay.
But there's no blue lizards or turtles.
Wonder why.
You are, but just one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. We're by the water. Come on, should be more.
But even the halflings and the few halflings and the gnome you saw were quite capable. The halflings are very happy, but everybody seems pretty happy. They're excited. They've been anticipating this all day or all year, depending. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's some people that just can't help but keep looking at you. So. So right at the end of the last session, someone walks out in the cloak and heads towards this fire here with an acolyte behind them and the Eldrin from Small Magic. And you realize that Eldrin at Small Magic and the guy at Arcane Exchange both have this name Eldrin, but they look like completely different people. Small Magic was sort of the trinket shop where he had low-level potions and stuff like that you went to before. And in front of him is a young boy who seems to be an acolyte or religious figure, and he has a torch and a skull in his hand, and he's walking behind the seeming image of Pito. So the image that he's been wearing for the last few days, and Pito is wearing the cloak. So, shorn cloak, looks to be of some kind of coarse animal fur. Yeah. No, I do not want to update Windows. So, yeah, it would look at that moment like, people are sort of anticipating The acolytes have walked up to the bases, and Pito's walked up and stepped into the middle of the pyre. And out, this is just repeating and repeating back, out of the main gate now walks all on his own the rabbit priest you saw in the basement. So he has rabbit ears on his head made of some kind of hide that stick way up. He has a thin mask on his face that's so thin you feel like it shows the shape of his actual face. He's wearing a shawl of fur that's not rabbit fur, and a bunch of symbols around his neck. He carries a staff that has an animal skull on the end of it, and a bunch of shamanic type like feathers and things like that on it. And he has pouches on his belt all the way along, and a jewel central on his belt. And he walks to what is clearly, and everybody's sort of been, this is where the biggest crowd is, a central and important, slightly raised set of burnable stuff. And he's walking towards that. The crowd is just partying, like just Red Sea partying. Anyways, so yeah, and Pito's standing there. So Pito, you have stepped onto your pyre. So
okay, I am just scanning around with my eyes, trying to not to move my head too much, but I'm looking for the group. Do I see the group?
No, on Discord.
Or any?
Oh, it's on there.
You clearly see them now that you're looking around, standing near the main pyre. And I don't know if anybody is hiding the fact that they recognize Pito or look surprised to see him. Just right click on him. No, Pito. Yes.
The green one.
Sorry, yes, because he said blue.
Just
I got
bring
confused.
down no, just about 75 will do it.
I think we're all caught off guard.
Yeah, but are you hiding the fact?
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay. Pito's going to do some things that are separate from you guys, and you just have to work on yourself on not metagaming with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. In fact, for all you know, it's an illusion, right?
Okay.
So.
Well, can I point my finger at him and cast a message and say, "Hey, Peter, what's going on?"
Okay. So just state that you do that. So that he can hear you.
I point my finger at you, Peter, and cast a message and say, "Peter, what's going on?"
You're going to subtle cast it, right?
No.
This crowd?
No, just it's messages.
That's fine. Yeah, just no problem. Yeah. So do you point your finger, obviously?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing it like down here, so they wouldn't necessarily notice. But
Roll a stealth then, please. Floor dice don't count unless they're 20s. Or ones.
11.
Alright. Okay.
If I see him doing that, can I help his stealth roll?
No.
With the one I see him doing it?
I don't think there really is time. You would have to either to discuss it or agree to do it. He just decided
No.
to do
Okay.
it. Yep. So
So I guess when he says that, do I notice that I would try to see if he's being noticed or not?
sure, a perception roll, please.
Okay. That's a 9.
And Drew, right beside you is a half elf man with sort of darker, weird skin, like he might be from the south or something strange. Maybe he's overly tan. Perfect shape, wearing a long, sort of dusty cloak and a wide hat. And he definitely saw that, but he turns back to the central thing happening. So.
Okay, I keep a bit of an eye on him.
Yeah. And I mean, around you are different people. Some is. I mean, one is definitely. You see those female casters you saw on the road. They're about 10 people towards the gate. So, yeah, and they were sort of very confident and calm. So, yeah. Anyways.
So does Peter get the message?
Yeah, Peter gets the message. Yeah.
And I think you can respond. Or...
Yeah. So I for me, Pito sees that this time is very much of the essence at the moment. So he looks at Spalding and tries to wink. Tries to make eye contact and wink, but tries to do stealthily.
Go ahead and roll the stealth while you're at it, or performance, whichever you want. Performance. You should roll performance. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a performance. That's a 21.
Because in this particular case, you can look like you're doing something else as a performer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
No.
So I just wink at Spalding, and then I'm knowing that he's here. I am scouting for
You see
Drew.
that? And can I roll an insight to see if I might be able to figure out more about what he means by this wink?
Sure. You can see Drew because he's standing right beside them, as far as I know. So, and they're really obvious.
No, but like, no, if I can like
I'm
infer.
I'm talking about there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking to him while you're rolling.
Okay, that's not great. 12.
All right. So he's a 12 insight. Pito, what's the most? Yeah. No, I think I'd have to go on my side on that. I'd have to say that I know what Pito's intention is. So it's reassuring. That's all you know.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's trying to communicate anything specific, but it's reassuring.
Yeah, that's what I would have said as well.
Okay.
While he's looking through the crowd, I'll make eye contact.
What's that, Sam?
While Pito's looking through the crowd, I'll make eye contact with him.
All right. Okay.
Then I'm going to message Drew.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it stealthily, or try to. So this is my stealth roll. Shit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to message Drew.
Spalding, you see Drew cast message? Or sorry, see Pito cast message. Anyway.
He's not messaging me. What a jerk.
He's leaving me on red.
Alright, and I say, we don't have much time. Get the idol off the priest's neck. Moments before it enters the fire. Is that too many words? That might be too many words.
You just say now.
Sure, now. Yeah, so I say now.
Or you can say 60 seconds or whatever you want, right? So.
Yeah, I just estimate based on like how soon this guy's about to enter the fire.
You'll be stepping in now into it isn't on fire yet though. Nothing's on fire yet.
So then I would try to indicate right before the fire started, or now.
I would like to step.
You're in a crowd of 700 people. Pull out all the stops you have, whatever tricks you have.
Right. And only Drew.
I'm going to step into the middle of my siblings around me and say, hold the crowd off, give me space.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull out my crossbow, and do I have to declare inspiration before I use it? I want to try to shoot the idol off of the guy's neck.
Is that your best path in a crowd, knowing you'll be seen? Maybe.
Assuming that I have 0 seconds because the guy is walking into the fire right now.
I can do something in 0 seconds.
Hold on, but you can't communicate it. So.
Yeah, I know.
You don't feel like the fire is going to be lit when he walks into it, so you have to make a decision there.
Like, do I have?
You can get to him.
And,
you feel like you have more than a minute, and you can get to him in a minute. Because
I step in the group of everyone. I lean all our heads in, and I say, "We need to get the idol off of that guy's."
And you to give you an idea, around him is about 3 feet of clearance, and then a crowd of people very close. In fact, all would be consumed by the fire if it was lit when they stand there.
Is the idol visible on him?
You can see the it's around his neck by the weight and the position. You can see. Drew's perception will be able to see that it's there by the little tiny bit of it that's showing for sure.
Okay.
And you're about 5 people away from him, so you're about 15 seconds from him at most.
Where is the torch?
Depending on how subtle you are.
Where is the torch that's being?
He's the only one who does not have a torch at his fire. Or an acolyte. So.
I'll say. So Drew, you've told us that we need to get the idol, right?
Yeah, we need to get the idol from off of the main guys, or
off the main guy.
All right, and I say I might be able to
off the priest or shaman, whichever word Peter would use.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I can try to telekinesis.
Does anyone have an idea? Because otherwise, my plan is get close and snag it.
Yeah, I can try to telekinesis.
How are you? Are you telling him that?
Well, I'll whisper it.
Okay.
And I'll just make
Okay, that's fine.
I'll whisper it.
Whisper it to
Yeah,
Giroux
we all
then.
lean our
Yeah.
heads in for a second.
You whisper it to
And
Giroux
we'll-
anyways. If you whisper it to anybody else, you risk being overheard. Like if you whisper it to everybody at once,
Yeah.
not one at a time.
Yeah, I'll whisper it just to Drew.
Okay. Just it's very it's pretty crowded. You can barely keep an arm's length between you and the next person, right? So.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, what we do is we all, and Drew will coordinate this. We all push back the crowd a little bit away from Spalding so that people don't have direct line of sight to him,
Yeah.
so that he can try casting that.
All right.
Mhm.
Do you want to do?
And if that doesn't work, guys, we're just going for him.
All right. So you
There was telekinesis me in there.
so just 1 second. Now I have to weirdly. I need to use my phone. Just 1 second. I need to message somebody.
I'm not logged in. I don't have Discord open.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I guess it would show up on my phone if.
It's just messy. Where is it?
Yeah, I think I would have tried to imply that, or say it in the words that it's try to do it covertly, yeah,
Covertly and quickly is.
without him knowing, without the priest knowing.
He's wearing it around his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't think.
Drew,
I know
you
I know
estimate.
backstory.
Drew, you estimate that if you did it from behind him and you did your best performance of your life, that maybe one person or two might notice. That's where you're at. If it's not done magically, otherwise. So,
Yeah, we're gonna try
Yeah.
magic
of
first.
course, yeah.
And if that doesn't work, I talk to the two, as we're kind of setting this up, I talk to the two paladins. I say, if this doesn't work, we need a clear path to that guy to get me there.
So Drew or Spalding, one of you can roll, depending on how you want to hide what Spalding's doing, performance or stealth.
Well, I was gonna subtle cast this.
You're going to subtle cast it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, so we don't even need that. We just want people not even looking at him.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we're in the crowd. I'm assuming it's kind of noisy in here.
He raises up his hands and it becomes actually a little quieter, but not quiet yet. And he says, "Who here has protected the leper day?" And there's an assent from the crowd. Protected leper day, and or leper den, sorry. And who here has protected the leper day? And there's an assent from the crowd. So,
I joined.
yeah. Do you guys show your assent? Your agreement? Sorry.
I mean, I'm still gobsmacked about seeing Pedo. Like, I get to actually put my jaw back up.
But you are an adventurer enough that you will still be able to act while being gobsmacked. Because,
Okay.
Because you've been like killed like 3 times. You can handle. You're level 11. You can handle. You can be gobsmacked, and it can even affect your actions, but you're able to act for sure, right? So.
It got better.
Anyways, he starts saying who is protected, and then Spalding acts.
Yeah. So once he does that, I'm gonna try to see if I can turn it, pull it around so it's like kind of just sitting on his back.
Yeah.
And then bring it up over his head so the.
Okay. I would like you to roll your casting ability as a dexterity to see how smoothly you do that. Right?
I'm gonna use my stealth to make it harder for people to see him.
It's 21.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, it is definitely around the back of his neck at this point.
Yeah.
And you did it without it coming above the cloth or anything. So.
Yeah. So then.
Without dragging it on his skin, you dragged it on the cloth instead. You did it perfectly. 21 is awesome. And I think it would be the magic ability, not the dexterity. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So How close is Pedo to it right now?
You guys are all about 7 feet to the pyre itself, and Pedo is probably, I have to measure it, sorry. Still, it should be around, I'm on the wrong screen. It should be around, I'm just on the Discord screen. Pedo should be around, he's around 20 feet, despite the map is not scaled correctly. But he's right, probably, actually, they're 35 feet apart looking at the docks. So, yeah, 35 feet from this guy, and you guys are 7 feet ahead. I'll zoom in. Take a look. So you guys are 7 feet away from him, and you're about 25 feet from Pedo then.
Okay. So the guy we're trying to get things off of is about 7 feet away.
Yeah,
From him?
so one square in between, you're not directly. It's basically the remainder of, I guess it'd be 10 officially. So which is there's a difficult terrain there with the debris that's gonna engulf him.
Okay.
Yep.
And he just had the thing moved around to his back.
Perception check.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. There we go. Yeah.
You don't know where it is, but you knew what Spalding's intent was.
Okay.
He did it very stealthily and subtly around without that guy noticing, which means nobody else noticed much either. You know what? The little tiny shiny bit of it that you can see is not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to.
You had contact with that before.
First of all, say nice.
You would like to,
Spalding.
sorry, Sam?
I'd like to say nice to Spalding.
Yeah.
And then it's 7 feet away, so I would like to go forward because I am
6.9
less-
feet since you said nice, but. Anyways.
I'm human, so I draw less attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneak behind him and take it off of him, acknowledging and knowing that it's probably going to burn me and bracing myself for that.
Okay, and roll stealth.
Mm-hmm.
The mage hand is
Oh
10,
my
10
God.
pounds.
Nice.
Mage hand is 10 pounds, right?
You are a ghost. That's a nat 20
That's
and a 33.
That means, what that really means in this case is it looks natural, no matter, like the most natural thing in the world. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
pat him on the back or something like that, right? You're gonna reach in and you're gonna you wanna touch the holy man, right?
Yeah.
It's almost a performance thing, right? In a sense, because Drew is so good with crowds, and 33, we'll call it essentially a performance where it looks like you just want to touch the holy man before the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. A con save, please.
Well,
I think he gets +3 because he's 10 feet from me.
Okay. Okay.
15.
And Bumbleberry too, probably.
When you do that with your 33, you act as if touching him was a religious experience, which is actually the pain of the 5 hit points you just took. And you realize you shouldn't do it, and you pull your hand back rapidly.
So he doesn't grab it?
And he has it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Leopard Day says, "Who here has?" And he's speaking while you're doing this, so I have to. Or sorry, the Leopard Day, the verb. He says, "Who here has protected the most precious, the Lapins?" And they all, everybody, and you guys agree?
We protected
Yeah.
the Lapins.
I work my way back to Paladins. And I say,
This has happened. This is what's. These words are coming out while you're doing this, so I'll give me a second
Yeah.
to get you back into turn, okay? And and he says, "Who here will fight against the hunters and those who destroy?" And there's just a loud noise, and you start to move your way back. And he says, who here fights the cult of the coyotes across the Serban, which is a river by the orphanage, on between this town and the orphanage, but right by the orphanage. Anyway,
Fights so what at the serpents, right?
who here fights against the cult of the coyotes across the Serban? So somewhere in your region.
Yeah, I hate cults.
He closes his eyes completely and he says, as Drew walks, you're walking back to the group. Drew?
Yeah, I work my way back to the group.
People are kind of annoyed that you touched the guy, but they also are forgiving of the fact that you were that excited
Right, and I'm human.
Yeah,
so-
can you put a performance check up for me, please, just to hold it?
Yeah, sure.
Just to see how, if the most perceptive person in the world was watching you, how you do, right? Sort of thing, right? Not everybody, right? Because they have their assumptions, right?
Yeah.
If you hadn't touched them, they wouldn't be watching you at all on the 33. Nobody in the world would be, right? So, all right. So yeah, and Drew comes back. He looks like he's like excited and ecstatic to have touched the priest.
I'm gonna high five him with a lay on hands to restore those hit points.
Drew, did you drop it in a pocket or something? I assume so you didn't get burnt more, right?
Yeah.
He closes his eyes completely, and the casters see him cast, but you don't. You'd have to be pretty.
It's not a spell.
Not you. No, the priest. Sorry.
Oh,
He said-
priest cast.
yeah.
something.
And this voice rolls across and says, "You're once again committed." And the ground shakes as he does it. He slams his staff down, and sparks fly, and embers shoot into each torch along the waterfront. And they all light. And then the sparks come back from the last torches and hit his pyre. So, Jeru, you're staying with the group?
Mm-hmm.
All right. His pyre is lit almost simultaneously all at once.
Okay.
And
Didn't you say people were standing close enough to catch fire?
Pino's standing inside one fire.
Yep, and it's lit. So,
All right, how far is Pito's fire away?
just a second.
Cool.
Google. Oh, fucking Yahoo took over this machine. So, some fucking spam. All right, there we go. Roll. I just needed the computer to roll for me for a second. So the moment that the fire touches his feet, before anybody can react, there is a massive explosion. And I mean massive. So it comes out, you've healed...
Finded.
Healed, right?
Right, Bumbleberry did.
It comes out in a wave like a fireball from him and just engulfs everybody for like 25, 30 feet out.
So, seeing a fireball come at me, can I not, like, use my gust of wind and push it back?
Everybody gets to roll a dex.
Okay.
So
Counterspell? Did they counterspell it?
he did not cast anything.
Okay.
There was no action of his. You saw him cast a voice, right? The voice amplification. There was a second. He said something else. You are all once again committed.
My dex save is a 4.
Ouch.
And I would like to know how the dex saves go, which is a 10 target.
25.
A 10 target, god damn it.
Well, you get bonuses from the paladins.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll matter. I rolled a 4.
Oh, nope.
Okay,
Close
so...
now.
I got 17.
Actually, can I use my inspiration to pass that?
No. You would have had to have some kind of action that would make sense to that.
Alright.
Some kind of, I don't know. I don't know what. How would you use inspiration just to pass that? It's not. It's,
Absolutely would. I would say you can use your inspiration to pass that.
okay.
That's-
Use. Okay. All right.
Inspiration is you
You-
did something cool
you use
before,
it.
so you-
Yeah, I like grab someone and like use them as a human shield.
Absolutely. There you go. See, that's what I needed though. Was
Thanks,
some kind
Spalding.
of- some kind of
The eternal shell.
Just turns me around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody else fail?
I was 11 minus 1 plus 3. So
Okay. So everybody's a 10 or over. Yes.
Does Pino have to roll?
Pito is not close enough.
Okay.
Pito is standing in fire, but it doesn't seem to
Yeah.
be any concern of yours. You kind of half expected it and half worried that you were gonna burn, but and it came up pretty quick. It was good dry stuff, and now you see through the crowd this explosion take out everybody, like probably like 60, 70 people, just boom, like that. And You all receive half of 107 damage.
Oh,
Jesus.
that would have put me out if I
And-
did.
So that's 54 for everybody?
53.
43, sorry,
53.
yeah. 53. Yeah, 53. There we go.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I like the sense that 43 somebody said.
So you see, Drew, con saved, which is okay, don't worry about it. It's just for me for a flavor thing.
do a con save?
Yeah.
4.
Alright. Okay.
+3, but yeah.
Yeah, 7.
That's good.
Definitely you guys have seen enough fireballs in your life that when you stand up, what you see there is the remains of a person in the pyre. And all the debris stuff is scattered, and there's either moaning, screaming, crying. You remember in the Terminator when at the fence? That's what everybody looked like for a second. And about 3/4 of them are not moving. And there's a whole panic around the edge of the crowd.
Oh.
And a lot of singed people. And
So this
some of
isn't
them-
normal.
yeah, they're just like, some of them are reaching for people that are on the ground. They're sort of screaming. You know, some of the teenagers are crying. People are running away, trying to get through the gates. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody understands.
Keto steps out of,
What's that?
and, Peter would probably
Yeah.
at this point,
Yeah.
just light his fire and run to check up on the party.
All right. You will find them there doing whatever they're doing. What is everybody doing? There is no combat.
Ow.
Waiting for my ears to stop ringing.
There's a lot of smoke. Smell of burned flesh, which you've smelled before, but never at this level. And there's at least like 30 unconscious people near you around this, well, and some are farther away. So.
Well, that was unintended consequence.
Huh.
What was happening?
What is happening?
Well, it doesn't always get revealed instantly.
I'll probably like just be trying to help some people. So I think like 80 people died, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, are there just a bunch of dead people around us? Like,
Uh-huh.
Corpses everywhere?
Or injured or dying, and people are coming to aid them,
And some injured people here too. Ugh.
but they're also looking at you guys still standing, strangely, suspiciously, but stunned.
So is there a lot of people still around?
Yeah, there's a lot of people leaving, so there's going to be about 300 people are trying to get through the 2 sets of gates. And
Right.
some are running down to the far end of the pier away from where this happened. And some are coming in
That's
towards. Yeah.
let's get out of this place because this seems dangerous here.
Alright, I am going to subtle cast Major Image. So, in that spot where the guy just blew up, I'm going to have it look like the pieces come back and reform him. And
Hell yeah.
Wow.
he gives a speech saying, "We shall destroy that cult of the
Coyote.
coyote." Yeah, the coyote.
Fucking yeah. Sorry.
See the power we wield. Now disperse, and we will come tomorrow.
And then I cast fog cloud around him, so he essentially turns into fog.
All right, everybody is definitely looking at that performance. I need your performance skill though.
Well, that was a subtle cast.
No, on performance.
Oh,
for
that's-
his
okay.
performance. You're performing as the.
God, fucking damn it. Actually, I need to roll the. Did you want to trigger
Wild
wild
magic,
magic?
yeah.
Because you can cause one. now.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it's such an intense point and used inspiration. Yeah, go for it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, this festival
22.
fucking sucks.
This is the most chaos you guys have ever encountered, and you've encountered a lot of chaos.
For the next day, you have advantage on the next 2d6 rolls you make when you don't already have advantage.
All right.
So I'll use that advantage on this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god. So I rolled a 1 and a 3 with that advantage.
I brought him another dice, but that's just superstition. So
So it's like from the D&D movie where space starts melting.
yeah. No, I mean the performance is the performance is fine. All the things he said happened. It looks like the guy but it doesn't sound like him.
Well, he did just blow
Close.
up.
No, nobody's really noticing. I'm just talking about from your
Yeah.
nobody's noticing. I'm just talking about from your point of view, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to know how convincing this was for my own
His voice is
curiosity.
cracked up. I'll shout in the crowd. The fire has purified his vocal cords.
It's not even that far off, so nobody's going to notice. But the fog descends on him.
Yeah,
Did
because
you cast and drop your image then when the fog comes down?
Yeah.
All right.
It'll
Fog
just
cloud
go.
doesn't have to center on you, right?
no,
Like,
it
when
is
you can see
a
within range, right?
20-foot radius surrounded by a point within range, and
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
range
Yeah,
is
that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Just checking. All right. So who wants to take the lead on what you do next mentally here, sort of thing?
I think Pito may try something.
What's that?
Else?
You've stepped out of your fire towards your group. Yep.
Yeah, we'll
So,
follow Pito's lead.
What's that, Sam?
We'll follow Pito's lead.
Yeah, no problem, Pito. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll cast Glibness,
Yeah.
and then I will try to like talk to the people and just start talking shit about the priest. So he's no priest. He just has a magic item around his neck,
All right.
and then I take off my idol and I put it down on the ground.
Ah.
Leoparding is bullshit. And Pito is a little bit more elegant than he has.
That's fine. How do a performance check yourself. How far away do you put the idol on the ground? And don't matter that.
It's still that's 26 performance, but I think I'm actually 29 minimum because of glibness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably keep it close, knowing that I shouldn't take it off too far.
Okay. All right. No problem. Yeah, just as long as you didn't matter that, that's good. So, all right.
Yeah, no, that's what the guy kind of implied. So,
Yeah.
I tell everyone like I survived through that fire because I have this idol on my neck.
No, some are tending to the wounded, and some are turning to you, and most are leaving. So it's about 60 people that now have their rapt attention because they need some kind of understanding of what's going on. Most of them aren't burnt or injured. Like people are pouring in from the town, like to see what happened, and some of them are stopping at the gate and turning around and leaving. So.
Yeah, I mean, Pito's like not trying to. He just wanted to explain a little bit, and then he apologized for all the dead
9
people.
rolls.
All right. Okay.
With the group.
Yeah, we get out of here.
All right. Which way do you want to go? I have a question that I've lost track of. By the way, this is for later. Who has the potion of water breathing?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay. Yeah.
I can breathe underwater, so.
As can I.
I can hold my breath for like 10 minutes. So.
I've got the amulet of water breathing.
The amulet of water breathing. Okay.
Yeah.
There also is a potion somewhere, but I don't know if
I know it got used by the Steve at one point.
okay,
if
yeah, I
that's
was
what
gonna
you're
say I didn't know
thinking.
if Adrian had it anyways. So.
In the vortex leading to that,
Yep.
in that castle.
Yeah.
So, were we able to successfully slip away?
Well, I just want to know how you want to slip away and where you want to go.
We can say.
Yeah, back on that road we were traveling along.
Okay, no, from the waterfront itself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to go out around the edge or through the main gate? You can kind of get down. You can kind of get
around the outer edge.
You can get you can get down. You can work your way sort of down here instead of through the gate, right down past these
Yeah.
piers and stuff. Work your way
Yeah,
up.
we just like to get outside the
I mean-
walls and heads out.
I mean,
There's an outside chance one of those people that got burnt to a crisp left a boat behind.
I was about to say, can we steal any boats?
That's what a boat. There are boats. There are definitely boats. Yeah, there are small boats. There are rowboats. There's yachts.
Then is
Oh,
this?
let's get a yacht.
I don't know who would do this check.
A couple of them are on fire, but
Yeah, anybody who we distinctly recognize as owning a boat that is burnt to a crisp.
Like a captain hat on a skeleton.
You don't know if they own a boat.
The two guys who were down at the docks before, did they recognize anyone in the crowd that they see who got burnt to a crisp?
Are you talking to them?
No, they're dead.
No, are you talking to Frankfurt and Kelp?
Oh yeah, I'm talking to, we're all in a little crowd.
Sorry, I'm not sure that you're talking out loud because you do the switch without saying so. Okay, so he's talking to you. No, so you saw down here, you saw Edge, the guy, the trader. You saw him. Actually, he was sort of at the edge of the burn area, and you actually I didn't mean that. Anyways, and you actually can spot him, but he's trying to help somebody. That's the only person you knew for sure, besides the two women who you're pretty sure, Drew, are dead. The ones from the road.
Do we see Pito's date anywhere?
No, not at all.
Oh no. Peter would look for her.
She was not here, Pete. She was
Wait,
not here, Pete.
Bumbleberry,
That's right, I did know that. She's not here.
She's not here.
Bumbleberry, that's brilliant. Should we steal a boat?
I mean,
I say we should steal a sailboat.
Let's steal a boat.
Frankfurt has to turn into a cat before we can do that.
Does anyone know
can't
how
turn
to
it
drive
into
a
anything.
boat?
no.
We can figure out how to manage driving a boat.
If not, we can just get Kelp to get out and pull.
Well, I mean, I could potentially pull a boat. If we have a sailboat, I can do a gust of wind to at least get us the hell out of here.
That's more like a it's
like
just
it's like a
wind
1 minute
cantrip?
thing, yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that cantrip or the spell?
That is a racial trait.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That doesn't answer my question. But like if it's
Okay, well, let's go find a boat.
Okay. So, has anybody here ever in their history, in their backstory, does it make sense? Does anybody here has ever piloted a boat? Doesn't mean you can't take
Yeah.
one. I'm just asking.
I've seen bottoms of boats, is probably what I've seen.
Yeah. So, out of that, Kelp was your best bet because of his knowledge of water.
Yes.
So, and you're going to use your intelligence. Now you have to choose between like a 3-person, sort of little sailing skiff, a rowboat that everybody can get into, like a tiny, sort of fishing boat converted to private vessel, or a yacht.
All right, the best thing that I would do is there a small or is there a boat with at least a sail on it that isn't so big that I couldn't conceivably also push it?
Yeah. Which when you talking about gust? Which?
Oh, here. So there's
Which?
gust of wind.
Yeah.
Which is strong wind, 10 feet wide,
Fucking
60 feet long. I can do concentration for up to a minute, so that'll at least get us the hell out of there.
Okay. All right. So there is a boat that's about the size of a small fishing boat that might have a 4 or 5 person crew, but actually has a single sail on it.
Okay.
It looks like a good target for you. There's a confused looking man standing on it, but when you get to the yacht level, there's people that specifically keep people from getting on and off them, right? They're standing there and they're kind of watching what's going on. Obviously, some with looks of concern for people who might have been on shore. So yeah, but this boat just has a single guy, and he looks kind of not very sharp, and is just watching what's going on.
Well, let's go, dude.
Alright, so I guess, can I just run towards him, push him off the edge of the boat, say, everyone get on?
Alright, yes. I mean, Pito could have just talked him into it, but this will be fun. So, anyways,
I think time is of the essence,
yep.
and I'm strong and dumb.
And he's just sees you guys running, and he looks at Spalding, and he looks at Frankfurt, and he looks at you, and he starts to step backwards, which makes it even easier. And he just...
Wait, maybe he knows how to drive a boat?
I'm sure he knows how to swim.
Too late anyways. So he's in the water now, so he just goes flying off the edge and makes a little yelp, and he just goes in, and he's starting to dog paddle. Just comes back up, and he's got a bloody spot down his side where he scraped across the side of the boat as he went down. So just like bad scrapes, like if he fell off something and went across some wood, right? So
I toss him a platinum coin and I say, "For your troubles," as the boat moves away.
You toss it like where? At his face? At his hands that are dog paddling?
Like in his hands to catch.
Okay. Do you tell him you're going to toss it?
No, I say, "For your troubles," as I toss it.
Okay. All right. He rolled a 2 and then a 5, so it just sinks. He cannot dog paddle and catch that at the same time. So.
Oh, sorry, I thought he had gone out of the water already.
No, he's still dog paddling.
So
Sorry.
I wait till he's out of the water and then I do the same.
He's heading towards the side of the dock and he's looking around for a ladder. So, yeah.
I huck it at him to try to hit him in the head with it.
You hit him in the head with the coin. He's like.
Good.
now?
Roll sneak attack.
You hadn't heard any profanity in a while, but you just heard some. So, all right.
I want to get to land on his head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll that as an unarmed attack or throw, whatever you would
He
do.
swings under the weight of the flag and then dies.
Whatever you would do whatever you would do to throw an improvised object.
Yeah, a 14.
All right. So you hit the top of his head. It bounces a little bit, but it catches in his hair.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
My conscience is a spade. Let's get the fuck out of here.
There's only a single rope holding it, so
We got it.
hoping nothing too freaky comes through, right?
It's just other chats streaming right now.
All right. So, anyways, yeah. So you guys are able to take this boat, and you want to. It's on the edge of the. It's now on the edge of the pier. There's a couple of yachts past it, and it's untied. And what would you like to do?
Well, if we're all on the boat, then I imagine that I'll like just put a huge gust of wind into the sail, and like assuming that we put the sail in at least the direction that we want to go in.
And who's going to do that? I would like to know.
Oh, well,
I'll do it.
Sure.
I'll try. Let's go.
I'll try to assist Frankfurt in doing
Okay.
it.
You have advantage, Frankfurt. Roll an
I'll
intelligence
try
check.
to move the sail and stuff if you need, acrobatic stuff, I can climb around the
Yeah.
ship.
Just roll an intelligence check, Frankfurt, to see where you're going to place that sail. With advantage.
19 and 19.
A lot of people are still watching Pedo. They're not doing anything about it though. 19 and what?
19.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Consistent.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So you cast Gust, and this is a fairly small boat. Not that it. Yeah, that is a good question. Was it a cantrip as well? Said number 2.
So
yeah,
it's
so
a-
gust of wind.
It's a racial trait, yeah.
Gust of wind. Cool. Awesome. Strength saving throw, so it's pretty strong. If it blows somebody over, or blows them 15 feet. So
Sounds like I would move a sail.
what's that?
Sounds like I would move a
Move the
sail.
boat 15
Alright.
feet.
Oh yeah, it's gonna move.
Yeah, and I can at least hold on or do concentration for at least a minute. And so that gets
Okay.
us out of there.
You guys are motoring out past the yachts. Somebody yells at you, "Hey, that's so and so's boat!" off one of the yachts.
I just yell back, "We bought it."
Yeah, and you guys are free of here, and there are still people looking from shore. One of those people starts to lift up off the shore and fly towards you slowly.
Is it, how dark is it right now?
It's like it was dusk, so it's still dusk. It's not much time has passed. 10 minutes after dusk started. So yeah, and they're flying out towards you slowly, and you think they're watching you. So, and it's a human with what's that?
Is that-
Here now.
And is that Falcon around?
The Raven. No, I don't know what Drew said. Sorry, what's that, Drew? Sam?
Do they seem threatening and scary? Like, are they someone we want to not follow us, or are they coming to talk, or what's going on?
They're keeping their distance about 100 feet and watching you and following you for the moment. So yeah, and they're oh sorry, I have their description. Sorry, my apologies. They're wearing a white coat over. It's a woman wearing a white coat. Oh, you saw her before, over a red low cut shirt. So and has a hat on her head, but she's not very like physically strong looking, but you noticed her before because of the white over the red.
Is she one of the people that came to town for the party?
You didn't see her on the road, but I mean, most of the people here were from out of town, except for some of the people you saw in the taverns and some of the sort of richer people you saw were around at a distance from where you were. Mm-hmm. She has long brown hair that's sort of down almost to her waist, but that's why you recognize her with the red and white. So. Yeah, and she's watching you from about 100, 120 feet away, so in that range, and she's just following you out. She hasn't done anything, so.
Not much I can do.
Somebody
Can-
message her and ask why she's following us.
Yeah, Theo ask her.
Can I cast Fireball and shoot it at her?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
That's not gonna work. I say as you launch fireball.
What's the range on it? 60?
150?
Oh, yeah, cool. So yeah, you cast Fireball. How do we resolve this fact that Pito said he wanted to ask her something first? I guess Pito asked her something and you cast Fireball.
Yeah.
But I can cast fireball, so can I recognize when Frankfurt is beginning to cast it?
Yeah, but then you guys will have to do initiative and you'll have to get ahead of them.
I got this from Pedo, so.
Oh, is it? What's it from the Ring of Spell Story? Oh yeah. I don't think you have to do anything.
Yeah, you're right.
It just happens.
Right?
Yeah.
At will. So, what did you ask her, Pito?
Yeah, I do it after, and I say that's not gonna work.
No, but what did you ask her before Frankfurt did that?
I didn't ask anything. I was gonna see if Frankfurt was casting fireball because I can cast it and then just try to.
Yeah. No, but you said something to her just before Frankfurt, so that happened before you wanted to call out to the person.
Oh. I don't remember honestly.
Fireball is a point you choose within range, so there's no floor required.
The floor is the person I'm shooting
I know,
at.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
There's no floor required, no surface.
Okay.
All right. What's your spell save DC?
It is.
Sam, do you know if they can, with the Ring of Spell Story, can they even cast Counterspell? Can they see it happening?
Counterspell only has a range of, I think, 60 feet.
Oh, right, yeah.
So if they're 100 feet away,
Yeah.
no, they cannot.
I haven't even looked to see if they have it yet. I was just curious. So.
Yeah, and the way you stop counterspell is you stand 65 feet away.
My save DC is 14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or would it be
Roll
Pito's
damage.
save DC?
What's that?
Is it, since it's coming from Pito, was it?
It's coming from me. I just
Okay.
took the spell from him.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know. Ring of Spell Story.
It's whoever put the spell in there.
Okay, so the Pito's spell save DC, what is it?
So it's 17.
Alright.
2,
Okay.
4, 5,
Anyone here?
6. Might as well do it with dice. Let's go.
Spence. Yes.
Which one, sir?
Huh? I think you figured it out, I said.
Oh.
7, 8.
So I put an idol around this woman's neck.
You do.
5, 10,
Okay.
15,
Oh, thank God
20.
they're bad news anyways.
24, 27.
Okay, a ball of fire bursts around this person. They continue to watch you, but they are coming towards you more quickly.
Fire doesn't affect them if they're wearing the idol.
All right.
They're immune to fire.
Are you going to let them come to the boat there and do anything, or are you going to attack them? That is not a meta push, by the way. I just need to know.
If they look like they're gonna actually step on, I'm gonna cast something at that
They're
point.
definitely coming right to the boat. You can't tell whether they're going to step on or not because they're not walking.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
talk to them.
Yeah, once they cross like the
Sam,
threshold.
go ahead. If Drew wants to say something, it's fine.
I mean, well, they haven't. This person hasn't fought us yet. And we are almost dead, so maybe picking a fight isn't ideal at this particular time.
Yeah.
Unless, and I look at Pito, should we fight her?
And
I don't know. Let me
60
talk to
feet.
her and I'll message her.
a messenger, what do you say?
Um,
Should be here before you say much of anything. So what do you want to say?
yeah, so I'll just say, what's the place we're supposed to go? Is it the West Forest?
Westwood.
That was called?
Westwood in the east.
Westwood. and then I'll say, I still have glibness, so I say, see you at the West Forest? For
Westwood.
For the Leopard Inn meetup?
Okay.
For the Leopard Eye meetup?
Okay,
And I wink.
she stops. And your boat continues to sail away from her. She's watching you from about 50 feet up. Alright? Well, you guys are free. You have about... You can't get out of sight of the town in 1 minute, but you have some time. You'll be... Oh, I don't know.
I turn around. Could someone take a look at this? And I'm just like missing all of my skin.
If you had eyebrows, they're gone.
Nobody has eyebrows anymore. You can't name.
Alright, well, we have.
Sorry,
Well,
guys.
actually, since.
Sorry, what's that?
Once the wind wears off,
Sorry.
can we actually like move
You
this
can only
boat?
catch two at once.
Capable of that?
Yeah, I mean, there's enough of a breeze, you figure, to do something. Sorry, Peter, what did you say? And I'll come to you then. Peter, what did you say?
No, I was just apologizing to everyone, seeing how badly they're hurt. I had no idea the guy was gonna explode.
Alright.
I say, what would have happened if he had that rabbit on him?
Kill. Sorry.
Nothing. Just like me, I was in the fire and I don't even have a scratch on me.
Kill.
This
Oh, I was
was
healing,
immune
so
to
it's just gonna-
fire.
I thought technically.
But would there have been an explosion still?
Just tell me the results and then you can tell them you healed them.
Okay.
No, he would've
Yeah,
walked
it's
out.
a turn the tide, so it's like everyone within 30 feet that has half their health gains 1d6 plus 3. So
Since you were wearing that idol at the
Yeah,
time,
roll it.
could you see anything that he tried to do? Because that didn't look like it cast a spell. It looked like
4,
just
so everyone
something
gains
happened.
7.
Yeah,
If they have no
I
more
think
than
he,
half, which I think
Just say I cast it.
I don't
know.
Gain 7 1 good cause.
Alright, so I have a turn the tide as a bonus action, so everyone gains 7 health,
Everybody who's below half health.
which I think is everybody, since I think everybody got spanked.
except you.
Yeah.
Only half spanked.
Yeah, I would have been all the way spanked if I had.
Yeah, we all would have died.
Well, what's your HP, Frankfurt? You,
Like right now,
well, normally.
127 or 123.
So you would have at least been up to try to bring us back.
You would have poked out your shell and just seen carnage everywhere.
So now that we're away from town, why did we want to explode that man?
So I didn't know that he would explode, to be honest. But he's the guy. He's like a head priest in this cult.
What's a head priest?
No, the head is all over the place.
Yeah, he's a follower of Leopard Inn, the bunny god, as are all these cultists. Yeah, I thought he was a pretty bad guy. And he's kidnapped our brother, so I thought a good way to get him was to watch him burn in front of his followers. He was supposed to walk into that big fire and walk out unscathed, and that's what they and that's what happened. So that was a ceremony, and that's why I'm unburned. But when he took off his idol, he's just another guy, but he exploded for some reason, which no understanding of. But I thought he would just die or get burned.
Yeah, no, that's good. So you stayed in town for a day. First of all, how was your date?
Everybody's still like smoking, just a little less. You've got like chunks out of your legs. Nobody knows how to drive the boat. How was your date?
We know.
It was great. It was yeah, and I think I have a new ballad, so you'll hear it, I'm sure.
Oh, awesome. And second question, how did you become a sacrificial lamb to the bunny cult?
So you know that guy from the trinket store?
Yeah.
So Mary L, turns out she's also not part of the cult, but infiltrating the cult. And she introduced me to Aldrin, the shop owner at the trinket store, and yeah, they're part of the priests who are trying to take down this leper guy, this cult, and yeah, they kind of, in a way, I guess, recruited me to help them, but I didn't like those guys anyway. They kidnapped my
So
brother.
when was the person that was flying after us?
That's part of the crew, the cult, and they're confused as hell probably too. Yeah, so.
I wonder if they're gonna think he's alive and just somewhere else now.
He did have a very mysterious resurrection and then disappearance.
Yeah, it's definitely more confusing after that. Nito saw that too, so.
Figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I
Oops.
think I may
Just
have
throwing dice
really
again.
angered them though with my little feet. So,
Possibly.
yeah.
Right, 10-minute break.
Sure.
Sure, back at quarter after.